Guys, Mrs. Traver here. Today we're going to look at graphing linear equations. That is our learning target, and you know you will be successful when you can plot the y-intercept and use rise over run with the slope to plot more points and graph a line. We're going to check in our assignment from yesterday and then take some notes on graphing linear equations from an equation and then using an equation to find a graph. We'll take an assignment worksheet break on that, and let's jump in. Here, first off, our answers to yesterday's assignment on slope. These are all rise over run problems. Here's the first 6 on the front. The rest from the front, 7, 8, 9, 10 through 14 on the back, and 15 through 20. Check your answers with mine and see if you have any questions. If not, please see me on Zoom. All right, here we go, jumping in. Graphing linear equations. I've got 2 steps for us, and then we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4 of these, as well as a couple where you tell me the equation. That's our plan for the day. I wanted to kind of pop through and see what you thought first. So here we are. Let's put our 2 steps down. There are 2 steps to this. My first step is to plot the y-intercept. So what we've been calling the y-intercept is the starting amount. Remember when we talked patterns? The starting amount was what at figure 0. So here is the y-intercept. It's what you start at no matter what. Here's the y-axis, and I'm going to put a point right here at 4. That'll get me going. Next, I use slope to plot rise over run. So what I mean by that in this case is it's 2 over 3, and they're both positive. So rise, it'll go up 2, and it'll go right 3. So rise 2, run 3, put a point. And let's do it a bunch of times so I can make a pretty line. Because if I just did these 2, then I need to draw it out the rest. So rise 2, run 3, point. Rise 2, run 3, point. I could also go backwards. In this case, I'd drop 2 and go left 3. Drop 2 and go left 3. Drop 2 and go left 3. Now that I've got a bunch of points, I can connect them and make a line. And since we know this could go on and on forever, I'm going to put arrows on either end. That's it, guys. So you've graphed your first line. Let's move forward. We have 3 more to do. The next one, my y-intercept is at 1. So that point will be 0, 1. So here's my first point. And then my slope, we use the variable m for that, is -3. I can put a 1 under this to make it a fraction, so I'm going to do that. And this tells me I'm going to go down 3 and right 1. So I'm going to go down 3, right 1 point, down 3, right 1 point, and so on. I could also go up 3, left 1. Once you have the whole graph filled out with points, you can connect the dots. Ooh, doing better than I did though. That one looked kind of icky. Put arrows on either end to show it goes on and on forever, and you're all done. Moving forward to my next one. X minus 2 is our equation. Our y-intercept is at -2. Don't forget the negative. So there's a point at 0, -2 here. And our slope, or m, in this case, is always the number in front of x. And there's no number there. In math, there's an invisible number that sits there. It is a 1. So our slope on this one is 1. I like to look at slope as a fraction, so I'm going to write it as 1 over 1. So I'm going to go up 1 and right 1. So up 1, right 1, up 1, right 1. All of these diagonal points will be covered, as well as on the other end. Throw some arrows on it, and you're all set. Let's look at one more. 2 more, actually. This one, y-intercept, is a little bit weird. Normally, there's a plus number right here, and there's nothing sitting there. What number could we add and it kind of be invisible? If you said 0, you're on the right track. There is an invisible plus 0 on this. So my y-intercept is at 0. So at 0, 0, there's where that y-intercept is. And then my slope is right here. It's the 2. So my m is 2. I'm going to write 2 over 1. So I'm going to go up 2 and right 1. So up 2 over 1, up 2 over 1, up 2 over 1, and so on. Also down 2 left 1 works as well. And we'll connect the dots. Throw some arrows on it and you're all set. Last one. looks the same. Weird. Let's move forward. I had 2 slides that were the same. All right, let's go backwards now. We're going to find the equation given a graph. We know that it's always going to be in the setup y equals mx plus the y-intercept. We use the variable b. So let's find first our b in this graph. Our b is right here at +1. And our slope, if I count it out, was rise 1, 2, 3, 4. So I went, actually, I'm going to write it. I'm going to go, there we go. Sorry. Drop 4, right 2. So my slope in this case was -4/2, which I can simplify. 2 goes into -4, -2 times. So I've got my m, I've got my b. The equation of this guy will be y equals, m was, we said -2, so -2x plus, we started at 1. So -2x plus 1 is the equation for this line. Let's try the next one. Let's first find our y-intercept. It is right here. So there's my point, b equals 3. And then I rose 2. And I ran 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So my m was rise 2, run 8. I can simplify that. 2 and 8 both are divisible by 2. So I'm going to divide by 2 on top and bottom and get 1/4 as a simplified slope. So y equals 1/4 x plus 3. All right, moving forward. Our last examples for today. Let's find my y-intercept on the graph. It is here at 2. And then I already had this point bolded in. Let's find another point to bold in. I think there's one here. So if I draw a slope triangle between these two, I rose 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So up 6, right 1. Our slope is 6/1, or just 6. So my equation is y equals 6x plus 2. All right, last one for the day. Our y-intercept is at 1. And our slope, if I find another point to bold in, like here, was drop 3, right 2. So my slope is -3/2. That can't be reduced. So y equals -3/2 x plus 1. All right, you guys have some practice to do for today. Let me show you what that looks like together. Graphing linear equations worksheet. If you open this up, you'll see you have 2 where I'd like you to find the slope and y-intercept for each of these lines, as well as equations. And then for numbers 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, you're graphing. 13, 14, I want to know the equation. Hopefully this worked out for you guys, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.